It's a handheld laptop. That's what it is.
Right.
It does everything a laptop does.
Now the size.
Well, size is not. You're looking at size-wise that can be a huge.
But
thing.
this is about the size. I think maybe a little
it says
longer.
It's 11 inches.
It's about 11 inches, so it's going to be a little longer than this.
Yeah, and this one's 9.5.
Right. So you can see that this is still. If this was the Steam and this was the, you can see how. You can still see it's going to be bigger, way bigger than the.
And this right here is actually, what is this one right here?
That's a Wii.
This is the actual Wii, which was replaced by the Switch.
Right. So
we just use that as a thing in the open.
Because we've never touched it, so
we like it to have fun. We like it to have fun.
Now this is the thing me and him always argue about, and that's going to be the weight. Yeah. He doesn't think that. Go ahead. What's the Steam?
All right. So the Steam, you're looking at 1.47 pounds. It's under 2 pounds, y'all. I had sandwiches that weigh more than the Steam Deck.
Okay. And
today.
And the Switch is 0.71 pounds. Way under.
That's a medium fry.
So this is my thing. Me and him always debate this, but I think the thing is this: I will be able to hold longer and play longer in a comfortable position before I have to do this.
Now, much credit to the Nintendo franchise. Because
even this is not that heavy. I mean, compared to this, it's heavier.
Yeah, they went from this to that, and then not to mention the light, which is half the size of that, and weight.
Right.
So the Steam Deck though is going to have fans.
Yes.
That's going to cool off the unit and things of that nature. So they kind of require it. And
I think it's going. I think it's going to be.
It has a touchpad built in right under the controller, so a thumb pad and the multiple pads under there, so it has a lot more going on. So it's not just heavy for no reason.
Well, no, we're not saying, but I think when people play it, they're gonna after a while. Because we looked at Linus Tech Tips, and he was looking at the other handheld devices that's out there that I didn't even know about. It just popped up on my YouTube, and we looked at it, and these things were massive. And he said even for him, he said it was getting heavy for him playing it in like this mode. So I'm thinking, I'll bet my bottom dollar that most people, even little kids or adults, are going to have a hard time being comfortable like this. Now, if you can put it down, I think that'd be cool.
Now, my rebuttal to that is, when you get this unit, you're not going to find anything else with the processing power and capability.
I'm not saying don't get it.
No.
I'm not saying that.
You had your speed. You had your speed.
Oh, forget you.
You're not going to find anything else in handheld wide stream like this with the processing power and capabilities that this is going to have, and it's going to weigh under a pound.
That's true, because even the ones that we looked at weigh
unless
what?
Talk about your cell phone. But the cell phone's not going to have access to the Steam library.
So now let me ask the burning question, and this is what me and him came up with. I think we do agree: is the Steam Deck the
Switch killer?
Switch killer. What do you think?
I think Nintendo's experience in the gaming industry is going to outplay the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is new, it's shiny, it's bright. It's going to come out. It's going to have bugs. It's going to have issues. It's going to have problems. It's going to have a ton of complaints. It's going to get some good reviews, some okay reviews, and it's going to get some horrible reviews. I think Nintendo is still going to be on top at the end of this fight.
The problem, I think, when people looking at this being the Nintendo killer, is that you're not going to kill Nintendo. The Nintendo has been on the top of the handheld market for years. The R&D, when they make their, like anybody, they make 3 or 4, 5, 6 different versions. They test it, see the R&D, the amount of time they put into it, and then not just that, the franchises, Pokemon. They have all these other games that people love. What I think is going to happen is that people will have the Switch and have a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I think most gamers will still have the Switch for those that are the Mario Kart lovers, those that love Zelda and all that, and then they will still have their Steam Deck. I don't think Steam Deck is going to ever overtake Switch because, first of all, Switch has the yield. They have the back. They can get everything together. They've been doing it for years. Which I'm not saying Steam can't do that, but you're looking at years of experience. And I'm not saying they don't have experience. This is their first foray into the handheld.
The next generation of the Steam Deck, the beta, is probably going to be a real contender. because they're going to take all the flaws from the first one, get rid of them, and then the way technology jumps every 3 years. Every 3 years, there's a new tech upswing in the way
It might
things
be
are
every
being
2
developed.
year, 1 year now, but
Yeah, it could be 1 year. You might be right on
But
that.
this is the thing, though. See, this is the thing. Now, Switch has to make catch up now, play catch up, because now the next Switch, their next gaming system, because right now Switch is at the end of its life.
It's time for a new
Right.
generation.
So this is the thing. Even though the Steam could come out with theirs, they're going to wait another 3 to 4 years to bring out a new one. They got to recoup their money. They got to recoup their R&D. They're not going to just drop another one in 2 years. So as they're coming out with their new one, Switch will probably be in the half-life of their newer system.
You know what? Steam have some exclusive games. They have games that Epic and Wishcombe and them don't carry. Am I right? Yeah.
Well,
There are some games you can only get on Steam.
Yeah, but is it good enough when you look at the likes of Mario? Well, hold on, Mario,
No, you
Zelda,
can't compete with Mario.
Metroid.
Yeah, Sonic tried. Sonic probably came the closest. Crash Bandicoot was in the audience watching Sonic and Mario fight.
I think everybody wanted the PSP and the PS Vita to be and they couldn't do it. I think there's enough.
PlayStation can't. If PlayStation can't overtake Nintendo, I don't think nobody can.
The only thing Nintendo can do is mess up themselves, like they had the drifting problems. Because this is my second controllers. They have a drifting problem with the controllers that drift. So they've known about that. So hopefully they'll fix that. But other than that, I'm not saying that the Switch is a perfect system. It's not. But when you're looking at is the Steam Deck the Switch killer? No. I think both people, like me and him, probably would get the next version.
Yeah, of the Steam Deck.
Of the Steam Deck.
What's the release date for the OLED?
It's in October.
October.
October the 20. Hold on. I think it's October the 8th or the 24th.
Okay, so you're looking at October for, just the month is fine. October for the Switch, December for the Steam Deck.
Most likely the cheapest Steam Deck.
Yeah. So you're going to have some dedicated Nintendo fans that's just going to get the OLED, which is not a huge variation from the regular Switch, actually. Now, the Steam, like I said, it's fine. October's fine. The Steam Deck is shiny and new, and Steam, and just remember, you're shiny new, people going to jump on it. They're going to open a ton of new Steam accounts. And Steam, people that love Steam and deal with it, that's going to Epic Games and stuff like that. There's going to be some pistivity, because the person that bought a game on Epic instead of Steam because it was $5 cheaper or something like that is going to be like, God dang it, But you're going to find some people repurchasing other games they already own on Steam just because of portability. So Steam is going to get a huge bump in profit and sales and activity and accounts and so on and so forth. But when the smoke is cleared, when that final round is bell is rung, Nintendo's still going to be on top.
I think because you're looking at a fan base. We're talking about Switch worldwide right now. Probably it sits at about 85 million. Okay, that could be more, could be less. But you're talking about the community of older games that Switch is still, all the older Pokemon games.
Yeah.
And some of the older games you now can get on Switch from what's it? So I think after the dust clear, I think both people will be happy.
Pokemon alone will keep Nintendo afloat for the next 20 years.
So I'm just saying, for all the people who think that Steam is the Switch killer, Nintendo, it's not. Yeah. I mean, we're not happy with everything about the Switch. Like, people are not going to be happy with everything about the Steam Deck. But I think
those first couple of months, once they get them bugs together, I'm not wishing it on them. I'm not at all. I'm just talking about technology and the release of every single gaming electronic device that came out since the beginning of electronic gaming.
It has bugs.
It's going to be some things that are factored in because they got to meet the demand of producing everything. Yeah. And because of COVID, they probably had to pull from different vendors and use different resources that they didn't intend to at first with the original blueprint of everything. So there's probably going to be some bugs. Hopefully that first generation that get bugs will get fixed, and it'll be like the first PlayStations,
right,
where you can have emulators where you can play. Remember the first PlayStation, you play Japanese version games that you knew how to. But then the new ones came out, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So hopefully there'd be some tomfoolery going on in there.
That's our our view on it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not here to bash Nintendo nor the Steam Deck. I think the Steam Deck is going to make Nintendo push hard because they're going to eat into them. Even if they eat a little bit of the marketplace of of Switch. Switch needs the competition. Switch needs the kick in the butt, and I think the Steam Deck is going to be the kick in the butt that Switch needs to get them to be where they need to be. So I'm hoping that the Steam Deck does very well. I'm hoping that it scares Switch to really stop the tomfoolery and give the people what they want: a good machine, a good fast machine.
Yeah.
Something a super. It's supposed to be a Switch Pro. I mean, hopefully we'll get that in the next Switch game. Yeah, their new console.
There hasn't been really any innovative technical drops for Nintendo
because they're always behind. Because they have to be behind because older technology, I guess, is a little safer to use and they know how to deal with it.
It's not that. It's because of game exclusivity. Because if they're pushing out the Mario, the Smash Brothers, the Pokemon,
they know how to program for it perfectly.
They know. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna flat out say it. Japan, Nintendo's gonna outsell anything you put out there.
That's true.
Steam Deck is made in America, so right then and there, it has a strike against it. And I mean, come on, guys. I mean, what was what's the other handheld Nintendo things? Remember the one you had the little flip up that Pokemon was on? What's the
okay. The Nintendo Lite, no, Nintendo the 3DS.
Game, yeah, 3D the Nintendo DS is alone.
Yeah, so
nostalgia alone because people they still play those today.
Yeah.
And them things are 20 years old. So anyway, that's when I'll little spiel on it, man. Anything else you want to add to that?
Nah, I mean we want both of them to do well. I think what we have to do is just be realistic.
Yeah. We're not biased either way. We're just giving you some food for thought.
We just want both. We want the Steam Deck to do well because it'll kick. Because this is the thing: if Nintendo gets a more powerful system, then third-party game companies will want to put the games on Switch because of the fan base. It's not because they don't want to do it; it's because it takes a lot of time to put a port of a game on the Switch. They have to do it, lessen it to get on it. But if they can give something more powerful that third parties can put on there, Switch.
Let me tell you something.
Can you imagine playing Horizon Zero Dawn on a Switch?
No, I can't. I would never do that. Because I got to have my big flat screen with the 4K and the brightness and the water from the plants are hitting you in the face and
I'm just saying,
hear birds and the bees.
I'm just saying it would be a good thing to be able to take portably.
What I really want in a perfect world, what I hope, pray, and beg for the universe to drop into our laps.
What?
It's for PlayStation to go, oh, you want to throw your hat in the ring, huh? The champ is here. I want a three-way. I
want a new PS.
I want PlayStation Vita Plus.
But if
I want PlayStation Mark 7.
And I'm gonna tell you something. There's gonna be that because if they do it, Microsoft is going to do. So you have a 4-way battle against all of them coming together.
Microsoft responds directly to PlayStation most of the time,
so
and vice versa.
That would be fun.
So if Microsoft,
I still think that Nintendo will still be on the heat.
I think at the end of the final battle, I think Nintendo will be on top. But I want PlayStation. The PSP and the Vita,
they were good. They were decent.
They're the first ones that jumped into what the Steam Deck is trying to do to open, like a PC style thing.
But this is the problem with it, and me and him had a discussion too. Thank you for bringing it up. Is that with the PSP and the PS Vita, you had to buy, say if I want to play a Metal Gear, I couldn't play that Metal Gear. I had to go buy another Metal Gear to play.
Just for the handheld.
Right. So my thing is, if they can now put their library on it, and bring that out.
Come on, man.
Or the Xbox bring their library. I think if we can get a 4-way fight, even with a 4-way fight, I still think Nintendo, because of their first-party games, you're not going to get a Mario nowhere. You're not. I mean, even Zelda alone. Zelda alone.
Now wait a minute. Yeah, I forgot about Zelda. Zelda's a huge draw.
Right.
Now let me tell you something. PlayStation are the kings of exclusivity. All right, now Nintendo just did Nintendo, but PlayStation, out of all the game developers and processors out there, you can't get Zero Dawn Horizon anywhere else. You can't get Uncharted.
Yeah, but let me ask this question.
Xbox got Halo.
No, let me ask. But if you look at all those, I'm gonna say Halo, bomb. People love Halo. Zero Dawn Horizon, or just the Uncharted franchise, bomb, right? But can it deal with Mario? Can it deal with Can it deal with Zelda? Can it deal with those?
You haven't seen it yet. But see, if PlayStation come out with a handheld, they're gonna have right off the bat, not like this PlayStation 5 thing. I think that was a bit of a debacle with like 3 or 4 exclusives. You know, you paying $1,000 for the daggone thing. Anyway, we ain't even gonna talk about that. PlayStation handheld come out. It's gonna be 10 exclusive games that'll be game selling systems.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you're not right.
PlayStation play hardball when it comes to game exclusivity.
But can they
compete with Nintendo? Yeah.
Outsell.
Anybody that has a Nintendo Switch has a PlayStation.
How about Mario? Not Mario. Okay, we're gonna leave Mario out. Can anything that PlayStation have right now do better than Pokemon?
Pokemon?
Right now, if they bring out a brand new Pokemon game, that's a system seller.
That's different.
Why is it different? It's an exclusive, but it's a first party game that they own.
That's like,
well, I don't know if they own it, but
Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has a bigger Pokemon has been constantly hitting you in the face.
Hold on.
But Final Fantasy,
how much
made you
did
buy
Final
PlayStation?
Fantasy VII sell worldwide? 12 million units. 12 million
what
units.
Final Fantasy?
I said Final Fantasy VII. I'm just using Final Fantasy VII.
You can't do because Pokemon is still coming out with new games.
No, I'm just
Gold, Polka Dot,
no. Some of those are older games they just brought back.
Okay, well let me finish my point at least.
I want to see. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Oh my god! So we're just filming live for you guys to see him look stuff up on his phone because.
How many units has the recent Pokemon sold? How many units have the original? Well, go ahead and make your point because now you've cursed my thing and I won't do it.
Yeah, you gotta take that year that Final Fantasy came out and compare it with something Nintendo put out that year, and then compare the two.
Well, the problem is
anyway. What I was saying.
Go ahead.
Anybody that owns a Nintendo Switch, has a PlayStation or Xbox in their house because you can't just play Nintendo games. If you're a gamer, you're not just gonna be. Once you beat Zelda, what's the next game you're gonna play? It's gonna be Metal Gear Solid. It's gonna be Gears of War. It's gonna be Halo. It's gonna be Uncharted. It's gonna be Zero Dawn Horizon because no one only plays one system anymore. Would you agree with that or disagree?
That's true. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, because you have a Nintendo, and before we even got into the gaming channel, he has every gaming system you can think of here because different systems have different games that you want to play. If you don't want to play a Nintendo type game, you have to get another system.
Hold on, let me see that.
So PlayStation handheld will make a killing.
How many units did the recent Pokemon game sell for the Switch?
Here's a summary from Statista. Pokemon Sword and Shield has sold approximately 20.35 million units worldwide.
Yeah. And the other one was Final Fantasy was 18 million, wasn't it?
Right.
Final Fantasy 7 from 80 years ago.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
sold almost a million copies.
Yeah.
The equivalency.
What would be what? Name me a game right now.
Equivalency. Anyway.
No, I'll give you equivalent.
Can you wrap up the video?
No, we're not. We're going to debate this. Hold on.
We had to cut this video in half.
How much did Zero Dawn Horizon sell you? How many units did Zero Dawn Horizon sell?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia.
And that's
the game won
19.
numerous awards and sold over 10 million copies by February 20.
So
it's 19.
2019.
Okay.
So recently, you gotta remember, Sword and Shield probably came out in 2019.
Did it? I don't know. Look,
when did Pokemon Sword and Shield come out?
Regardless, now.
Pokemon Sword and Shield's initial release date is.
Oh, okay.
So you're talking about 20 million sold versus what? 10 million sold, or a little over 10 million.
And you're not even talking. You're talking about a franchise that only has 2 games and the second game hasn't come out yet. That's not fair, dude.
No, we're talking. No,
Pokemon has been dealing with kids since they were 6 until they're 36. That's not fair.
No. What I'm just saying.
Zero Dawn Horizon has one entry, and it still did half of it. That's 20 years old, and it still did half of that.
What I'm saying to you is, when you have those beloved games, and you have 85 million units out there sold.
That's fine, but see, once you finish playing Pokemon, or once you get to a point where you're like, man, I can't get past this level. I need to play something else. I don't play one type of game the whole time. I'll play Metal Gear Solid Then I'll jump off Metal Gear. I'll play Rise of the Phoenix. Then I'll get off of Rise of the Phoenix. I want something a little more serious. I'll play Splinter Cell. I'll play the games.
That's why he never finished none of them.
How I finished all of them. I'll play games of how I feel. But
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
what I'm saying, no one exclusively plays Nintendo.
What I'm saying to
That's
you,
all I'm
and,
saying.
you're right.
So a PlayStation handheld will get half that market.
But yeah, okay.
Now, one single game beating their exclusive games, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, that's cool. But the sale of the units, and then you can tap into your existing PlayStation library.
Hold on, now, but
come
this
on.
is the problem though. Now this is the problem, and then we're gonna close it out here. The price is gonna matter with the PlayStation or the Xbox. If they cannot beat that on price, they're gonna have a problem.
Maybe. But right off the bat, PlayStation and Xbox, if you do decide to throw your hat into the ring,
Please send
like
us
your boy,
please send the Game Changers a unit so we can test the unit out.
Definitely.
So show us some love.
regardless of my PlayStation shirt I'm wearing, I will be biased. But anyways, I was gonna say, don't put out nothing with 64 gigabytes. Don't put out nothing with 8 RAM. Right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, it's garbage. Okay, 128 gigs,
Yeah, right.
16,
Right.
16 RAMs at least.
16 gigs
Start,
of RAM.
start off there. Yeah,
You said that's 16 RAMs.
16. What I say?
You said 16 RAMs. It's 16 gigs. Gigabytes.
Yeah, 16 gigabytes, 128 RAM.
No, 120 gigs of memory. 16
Yeah,
gigabytes.
RAM is memory. I know what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
Look, 128 memory,
Gigs.
128 memory.
and 16
and
gigs
16
gig
RAM.
of RAM.
Yeah, that's what I said the first time. But he's so backwards. I said it right the first time.
Look, do us a favor, kill us the HBO special.
I quit. I'm leaving.
Tell them the HBO special.
I'm leaving.
Tell them the HBO special.
It's your specialist. Help a brother out.
In other words, we want you to please subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
So you can see some hilarious stuff that we do, because we don't make sense half the time.
But look,
And subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share so we can get into that YouTube algorithm.
Yes,
and get the
sir.
rhythm of the rhythms.
and to see even more content like this, some behind the scenes laughter, goofy stuff that we filming right here on TikTok, go to game_changers_ENT. See some behind the scene or beside the scene footage, and you'll see some real funny stuff there. So make sure you check us out.
This is your boy Blur,
This is your boy Blitz.
and we will GCE you later.
Thank you to the old and new subscribers. We love you.
We love you, and thank you for rocking with us.
Whoop, whoop.